Hassan's roommates all widened their eyes, staring at Wang Fu. Pinking, who had walked up to Hassan. "What's the matter?" asked Hassan reluctantly. "Have you forgotten what you have promised me?" Wang Fu Pinking smiled and asked. She then turned to his roommates, "Do you mind if I borrow him for a second?" Quote, "Not at all." Shi Jikang blinked at Hassan. Hassan remembered that he had promised to treat her to dinner. Now that she had even come to him, he had no other option than to follow her. First hooked up with our campus belle, now the new goddess. "How come? I never got lucky," said Shi Jikang admiringly. "Because your skin isn't as smooth. Why would the pretty ladies like a rough guy like you?" Lu Meng tried to put him down. "When the beauties get older, they would understand the benefits of being with the rough guy," rebutted Sam. Lu Meng threw a contemptuous gaze at Sam, who was tough-looking and full of dirty jokes. "Aren't we going to eat? Why are we here?" Hassan felt suspicious and looked to Wang Fu. Pinking. They were now at the gate of the military school. Without permission, it was impossible to leave the campus. "We are going to eat. Take this." Wang Fu Pinking gave Hassan a pass and led him out of the campus. The guard checked the pass and let them go. The minute they were out of the school, a private aircraft parked in front of Wang Fu Pinking. "Wang Fu, where are you taking me?" Hassan frowned and asked. "I said we're going to eat." Wang Fu Pinking held Hassan's arm and took him onto the aircraft. Hassan felt his arm was in between clouds. He looked down and saw Wang Fu Pinking was wearing a white turtleneck jersey, showing off her curvaceous figure. After 40 minutes, the aircraft landed on a magnificent dome-shaped building. Holding Hassan's arm, Wang Fu Pinking swiped her card and entered the building. Hassan checked the name on the building and it was really a restaurant called Queen, and next to the name were 3 stars. Wang Fu Pinking took Hassan to a private room on the top floor. The declaration of this room was a bit strange, different from a regular restaurant. The sofa was crescent-shaped, facing a wall covered by a curtain. The table was also an arc facing the wall. As Hassan was wondering, Wang Fu Pinking had sat down on the sofa and took the remote to open the curtain. Behind the curtain, the wall was made of one-way glass, and they were actually on the balcony. When looking down, they could see a gigantic martial ring. On the martial ring, a heated combat was going on. Outside the ring was a cheering and shouting crowd. With another click on the remote, the sound could suddenly be heard. "What do you want to order?" Wang Fu Pinking clicked the remote again. And the holographic images of different dishes and prices were all projected. "It's my treat, so you should order." Hassan was completely attracted to the 2 persons in the combat. They were both evolvers and it looked like they had already gained a lot of Geno points. They both had practiced great hyper-Geno arts. The man had both his arms looking like black metal, and the woman was wearing a pair of shorts, with her long legs gleaming like silver. One used fists and the other legs. They both had extraordinary strength and speed. Whenever there is the flesh-on-flesh clash, it sounded like metal. Hassan was strong among the unevolved. Compared to these evolvers, he still fell short. After all, they had different status. The hyper-Geno arts used by the 2 also interested Hassan very much. Especially those that could change body cell structure. Those arts could make one's body as tough as a weapon, and one could even bare-handedly smash a tank. But they were not without flaws. Both the arms of the man and the legs of the woman could not stay like metal continuously. Every other minute, they would become normal flesh. Wang Fu, Where is this? When the food was delivered, Hussein asked curiously. The Queen Restaurant is a business owned by the Aries Martial Hall. It is a combat-themed restaurant. Every day, Stevens from the Aries Martial Hall come here to perform. That not only boosts our business, but also promotes the martial hall. Wang Fu Pingking smiled and said, "You went through all the trouble to take me here. It could not only be for dinner." Hussein commented. Taking him out of the school alone was a lot of trouble. "Would you plan to do after graduation?" asked Wang Fu Pingking, without answering Hussein's doubt. "What plan could I have? I am in the military school and I will naturally be enlisted," Hussein said casually. Wang Fu Pingking poured Hussein a glass of wine and herself one. After taking a sip of the wine, she continued, "Ordinary military school graduates would be second lieutenant or lieutenant, and for you, it would be easy for you to become a major." "You flatter me," said Hussein with a smile. "A major would be the highest rank any military school student can be." "So, do you plan to serve the army always, or just finish your mandate's serving term?" asked Wang Fu Pingking again. "I haven't planned that far," said Hussein. Although the special school had belonged to the military, its functions were limited to God's sanctuary, and it would not have any impact on Hussein's official ranking. "If you decide to work for the army, you should consider joining the Aries Martial Hall. We have many alumni in the military right now, and they would be a huge help to you." Hussein had understood Wang Fu's intentions by now. When he was about to say something, Wang Fu Pingking smiled and said, "There is no hurry. You still have years until you graduate and can take your time." Considering. Someone looking like a manager suddenly knocked on the door and bowed to Wang Fu Pingking. "Miss, we have prepared everything as you asked."